This is hard to explain, Your Majesty. You're going to have to trust me a little bit. I've heard word that a storm is coming. Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays, and welcome back to the royal generation of my Medieval Legacy Challenge. So it's summer solstice. I was originally going to play a couple days off screen to get Fiona further along in her pregnancy, but since it is summer solstice, it's a good excuse / reason. I mean, Edward does need to continue working on friendships and stuff, so I figured we've organised a dinner party. I've invited teens or young adults who were teens when he was a bit younger, so people who are close to his age. I love how they're just staring at each other. What's going on here? I thought the game was frozen for a sec. Fiona decided to do some cross stitch, so I thought I would let her do that. So we're gonna have a dinner. Well, it's not a dinner party. I think I actually organised a house party because I wanted to do something different. I don't know if that's gonna give us the boost to charisma that a dinner party would. I would kind of like him to get this aspiration ideally before his birthday. His birthday's tomorrow. There's nothing to say we can't go between two different aspirations in the challenge. It says we have to complete Big Happy Family, but I could actually leave him on this one a little bit longer, or when he gets that last level of charisma, just switch him back across so we get the tick. I just really want him to have the aspiration reward trait. So let's start. So they need to listen to music, tell jokes, play instruments, all that. I didn't actually make Fiona a guest. I was kind of imagining it's a gentleman's gathering. Fiona can obviously attend. She'd be welcome to. What are you doing? Serving grilled cheese. I don't actually think you are, my guy. Oh, and Desiree is our chef again, or our caterer. I'm just going to put her in her Desiree outfits. One of them. Here we go. Oh, I did invite Justine, so I did invite a girl. Why don't I? Has she finished that cross stitch? Maybe they can have a little ladies, sit and stitch. Oh, she's chatting to Elias, who is her cousin. What are you doing? We're not serving grilled cheese. What is it with my Sims attempting to make things that are cheese-based? Sit together over here with Justine and just have a chat. Get to know your husband's backstory a little. What was he like as a teen? How much trouble did he get into? Are you also making something cheese-based, Desiree? Apparently, house parties necessitate cheese. Justine, come back! Maybe she's got her eyes on Martin or something. I mean, he is cute. He's also a distant relative, because his mum is Isabella Bennett, who's descended from Martha. So this is Tiana, who again is our all-singing, all-dancing butler from the Ward estate. She's also a spellcaster and is allied with Desiree. They're keeping a pretty close eye on the royal family. We have two here. Justine's come out and been like, oh, you okay, Justine? Is she talking to anyone in particular? It's I think Marcus might be married. Martin, I think, is still a teen, so he's not yet married. That could be an arranged marriage that could occur. Oh, I need to fix that. This is a really weird cast glitch that I've had. Something about that particular combination of genetics that have arisen from Gabriel and Aimee, all of their children as teens or young adults, they all have a bruise. And it's to do with the shape of the ear. It took me the longest time to figure it out. That's why she's got hair that covers her ears, was because she had this huge bruise. And then I was like, why have they all got it? And he had it as well. But I just changed the ear back to in fact, I'll show you guys. It is so weird. Anyway, I know I'm completely derailing the episode here. And what's going to make it even worse is this is probably going to switch us to Felix's household now. So all I need to do is that. And the bruise goes away. I assume it's something to do with the distortion of the shadow here. Look at that. If you guys have this weird bruise on your Sims, that's what causes it. I thought it was a mod conflict. I thought it was something to do with custom content glitching, and I Googled it and nobody had anything. It was very frustrating, in case you're not getting that vibe. And as predicted, it has switched us to Felix and Justine's family. Why are you tense, Gabriel? Oh, because you're a workaholic. Just while I'm here, I want to at least make sure they know each other, right? Especially if why is he feeling flirty? Who has he got a crush on? Martin, my boy. We need to talk. I should make sure Felix knows them all too. You have introduced... Let's just see how they got on. Just because I'm being nosy now. Okay, they both got the same positive sentiment. Impact conscious. This sim appears to truly care about the impact on the world and the well-being of everyone and everything on the planet. Oh, it's because she loves the outdoors. The First Impressions mod looks at your sim's traits from observation. The way it works is you can have a positive or a negative first impression relating to any of the traits of the sim. I love it. It makes a huge difference. And it really affects the way that I play my sims. But anyway, she's gossiping with Acolyte Graham here, who we've already established is a bit of a gossip, which isn't a trait you really want in a future holy man, but that's fine. Fiona, are you okay? Hang on a sec. Let me just... And when the lot reloads, she's in the library, still in her pajamas though. What I'm going to do really quickly, because obviously the event ended and I kind of want the reward. I'm going to actually quickly reschedule it. And if I can, I'm going to cheat to say it's gold and then we'll end it. I shouldn't have jumped into Felix's house. I realized as soon as I clicked on him that it was a problem, but I really wanted to fix that bruise, poor boy. Actually, it was this one that got us gold, wasn't it? I'm just going to tick that off. That's where we were up to. Obviously the party should be about to end. Some of them are still here, so that's nice. Can you thank Justine for coming? I do want you to like Justine. Whisper about crush. I actually cheated that crush off that she got on Franklin. Add to group. They all like Baroque music. Love that for me. I don't know if it makes a difference to what they select on the radio, but I've been in this save. I pretty much make everybody like, because you don't want to make them dislike 11 million types of music. Oh, you're making friends with Fiona's nanny. Look, that's actually a really smart husband move. My idea was that it would reward them if they chose music that I liked when they put radios on. Also, I love that these two are both in green. Justine clearly reading the room that the currently... I say currently not as foreshadowing, just making an observation. Currently very popular... Would she be the Crown Princess consort? Princess consort? I don't know. The popular foreign princess who has married the Crown Prince. She likes green. And obviously that's probably very fashionable right now. Also, I think I probably put Justine in green because she's got green eyes and it really suits her. Also, these guys have become good friends. However, it is past midnight. I'm just going to end the event because it would have ended. We probably won't get full ticks on summer solstice. Oh, hey, it does give charisma. We completed the aspiration. He is beloved. Friendly relationships do not decay. So it's quite late and the guests and most of the hired staff have just left. Gregory was about to go to bed and Desiree's asked him if she could have a moment. Now, Gregory knows she saved Edward from an attacker. He doesn't know she's a spellcaster, but he knows that his nephew owes her his life in a way. He trusts her. She seems to have the best interests of the crown at heart, and he's been willing to give her work in the palace. From the king's point of view, he's been assisting her by giving her prestigious, gainful employment, effectively. And she's saying to him, "My king, may I have a word?" And he's like, of course, he's polite. He's actually a pretty good king. Desiree is telling the king she wanted to pass on a warning. And he's like, what manner of warning? Now, he's starting to wonder if he should have had one of his knights in the room, like whether she's threatening him. And she's seeing that reaction. She's like, this is hard to explain, Your Majesty. You're going to have to trust me a little bit. I've heard word. Basically what she's trying not to say is she's had a vision. She's had word that a storm is coming. And he's like, what do you mean? There's something coming. I don't know if it's something the vampires are planning. I don't know if it's something one of the more resentful noble families in Windenburg is planning, but there's a storm coming, please. And he's pressing her for details. It's like, can you be more specific? And unfortunately she can't. She genuinely doesn't know. Basically, she, as a spellcaster, Tiana feels the same. She spoke to Tiana. Tiana's felt the same energy. I don't think she knows Bartholomew and his kid are alive, so I don't think she would think of that. Edward definitely would also think of that. There are lots of things that a storm could be. Also, it's summer. It's peak war fighting times in the Forgotten Kingdoms. So his armies are actually actively engaging in combat with vampire thralls and things right now. So he's feeling giggly because he's got an illness. That's unfortunate. I'm going to get him to go to bed and sleep it off. She's done her best. I think she would have preferred to speak to Edward, but he went to bed. So it's the next day. It's Edward's birthday. It's fair to say he's having a bad day. He's sick. I think the original illness came because him and Fiona were out in a rainstorm. So he's not well. I am going to have him take some medicine. He was also hysterical. Fiona, of course, because she's a teen, I was going to have her take today off school. I think, yeah, she's sick too. I think I used it on a day that turned out to be a holiday, so it got wasted. We just have to hope she doesn't get pregnant again until she's a young adult, because I'd prefer she not be going to school. She's got no vacation days, and I don't really want to have her drop out. What I'm imagining is she came from a foreign kingdom. She's actually got private tutoring sessions booked in, teaching her Windenburg etiquette in a non-judgmental, you are a princess, suitably respectful way. So apparently Elias was still here. He never left after the party, so that's nice. Either that or I don't remember if I gave him a residence key. Justine is here because Fiona actually invited her home from school with her. I think I might also age up James because he is the same age. I might just use the same cake, to be honest with you. Or I could use NC Command Center. It's not realistic that James would be using the same cake as the future king. Happy birthday, bud. Now I can pick a trait because I've been doing Not So Berry where I don't get to pick the traits. I'm like, what are my traits? I can do what I want. Having something negative to make him a bit more rounded would be a good thing. Generous. Ooh. I've never played with this trait. I know I said have a negative trait, but also caring, empathetic, and patient. These Sims are happiest when offering their time and money to help others. Everyone loves generous Sims, but they can be a little too brazen with their donations. That could be really interesting. He could be good King Edward. Do you know what I mean? Like, he could get that reputation where if you need to go begging for aid from the king, he will give you a donation. And we could, because we're going to be we're okay for money. I could have him give gifts to Sims. Like, if he's talking to a Sim and they're not of his class, that he would give them a gift. I actually like that idea. I like that dynamic. It is a negative in a way. So let's do that. It will be interesting. Never played with it. No, pretty much nothing about it except that it exists. Not super parent, not vampire family. Absolutely not. Big, happy family. He wants to build a large, loving household. And you, young man, hopefully he doesn't get a bad trait because I can't control it. He will become a knight, so I'll obviously will give him a makeover. The other thing I'll do, currently he's here because I have a stayover running. The reason I did that mechanic, I wanted him to be here as help, and you can't with the live-in service mod or live-in servant mod that I've been using for the knight and for Poppy, you can't use teens. I'll end the stayover, give him a makeover, and I'm actually going to bring him back into the house as a live-in servant. So that way I don't have to keep renewing the stayover constantly. I didn't know that was happening. Wow, that I'll leave. That's interesting. That tells me something about Justine that I didn't know. He doesn't know she has a crush on his wife. I'm going to gossip, talk up Martin, and we'll see how it goes. I wasn't aware you felt so strongly about him. He seems like good company. I'll chat with him soon. So we'll see how that goes. Third trimester in 9 hours, so probably 30 odd hours before she goes into labour. What I might do is play through. If anything exciting happens in the meantime, any tea, I will loop you guys in. But I just really want to show you guys the baby. So it's Saturday lunchtime. She's in her third trimester, so she may actually give birth on the Saturday, not the Sunday. By the way, I have changed James to a live-in servant. He's now Sir James Norman. He's the bodyguard to the Crown Prince. That is his official title. I've just got Fiona trying to do things to keep herself calm. I did put her on the inner peace aspiration because I love the idea that she's high maintenance, but she wants to learn to control her more emotional reactions to things. The only thing is I'm not sure if a lot of this we can do without taking her to a spa. So let me know what you think, because I may have to change that. Maintain harmony. 40 hours without getting angry, tense, scared, embarrassed, or uncomfortable. That would be pretty impressive. Caught in the act, you guys. Super scandalous. I've judged Byron pretty hard for this relationship, I'm not going to lie. Poppy's a maid. She's the help. She's a very prestigious maid. Where are you going? You guys better not be woohooing or something. Oh, he's asked for a massage. This makes it even weirder to me. Just giving him a hand massage through the armor or through the big leather glove. Those are like falconing gloves too. They're heavy. She's got a grip, you guys. But the thing is, while she's the head of the sort of staff for the castle, she's managing the cleaners and things. I don't know, steward, that's it. She's like the chief steward. Sure, we can exchange letters. He's the head of the knights. He is nobility, and he would be judged for marrying her. They've already had a kid out of wedlock, which is very scandalous. I imagine when Poppy got pregnant that she probably had to be removed from the castle for 9 months. Like, there would have been no choice. She probably went back to the farm for a quote-unquote vacation. No consequences for him, and he didn't marry her. So I'm judging Byron pretty hard for this. For someone who's meant to be the head of the knighthood and represent honour and chivalry and all of those good sort of knight traits, it's a bit of a dog. To be fair, Mortimer Goth did the exact same thing with Martha. So she's gone into labour. I actually missed the announcement. I was admiring the view of the gardens and stuff and listening to the crickets. I got completely distracted. But she's got 2 hours to go. So that's a thing that's happening. Now, I've put a bassinet in this is effectively the princess's room, but she doesn't normally sleep in here. I thought it seemed realistic that she would keep these rooms, at least for now. We'll put the baby in here. Gloria still sleeps in here, and Gloria is our nanny. We have a girl. Our eldest is a girl. If we have 4 more girls, this will be the queen, the future queen. But here we are. So princess. Now, thank you very much, Diddy's, for the name suggestion. I love it. We're going to go with Lily. I might just spell it with 1 L though, or 2 L's, not 3 L's, if you follow what I'm saying. I was trying to remember if we've had a Lily in the family before. I'm feeling we might have. All of our, I used to have Plumtree app, family tree, and Plumtree app shut down late last year, so it's a tragic tale. I know there's a new family tree app, but I'm daunted by having to actually input all the data for the entire family tree. It's a big family tree. And we're going to bring Edward up here to meet his daughter. He was probably having cigars with his uncle, doing very distracting manly things. Maybe Byron and James were taking him on a workout to focus his body so that his mind wasn't too occupied with the peril his wife was in. But a messenger's come to him and said, it's a girl. Because obviously he would have no way to know that. I love that he's in his PJs. He was so excited to meet her. Oh, Gloria. Okay, look. I know that I've hired you as a nanny and you're just doing your job, but also, can I have the baby, please? Oh, it's tax collection day. He's finally gotten in to give her a cuddle. I think he'd be so over the moon. He's not the kind of sim that would be upset that it was a girl. Obviously, he'd like an heir, like a male heir. They've got more time, and that just means they have to woo-woo again, and I don't think he would mind. What I'm going to do, we're going to do the tax collection now. Does Lily count? No, we're not friends with Lily yet. Lily paying taxes over here. Do the Prince and Princess of Wales pay taxes to the king? I don't know. Maybe they do. I think in the household we're not going to count them, and we're not counting the horses. Oh my gosh, I forgot we have the hand-me-down onesies. The blue one was a gift to, I think Zach got that for Olivia. And then when we had twins, we had to get a second one. We got them off Plopsy. We've got to do that. She's never going to get that 48 hours without an uncomfortable moodler thing, by the way, ever. So what we need to do, we're going to click on friends. We need to count, but we're going to subtract people that we live with. Let me just double check. I think that's 36 minus 3 minus the horse. 32, and I'm taking the ghost out because they're not paying taxes. 31. Realistically, the Fae child is also not paying taxes, but there comes a point where if I went through and was like, yeah, but they live in Brindleton Bay, so they shouldn't, do you know what I mean? There's a limit to how far I'm willing to go. But 31 times 2, because we completed the bonus objective in the previous generation. Last time I checked, 62,000. Obviously, if I ever get this wrong, let me know. Puts us on 567. I'm actually going to end this one here, you guys. We've got our little second in line for the throne right here, snoring slightly, talking in her sleep. She's absolutely adorable. Hopefully you guys like her too. I'd love to hear what you think of this part. If you have enjoyed, please like and subscribe. You know the drill. Don't forget to wash your hands, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.